Hello, I am Johnny from Green Herb Gaming, back with some more Resident Evil 2 gameplay. Still playing No Way Out, trying to get a higher score. Can I get a higher score? We'll find out in this live stream. So I hope everyone enjoys the live stream, my subs and viewers. I'm going to give a big shout out now to my amazing subscribers. Shout out and please subscribe to Eric Meehan / ProChronicsVlogz, L4 Electricity Kid, Epic Kid 23, DLA, Damien and Alan Sewell, Faint Mimpex, Milkman the Gamer, Aidan Denston, Hamino Games, Chad Middleton, Ish, Ash, and all of my other lovely subscribers. So, as per usual, I'm going to get the live chat up on my phone. Okay, so can I get a higher score? I'll soon find out. So yeah, I've decided to try to get a high score instead of completing No Way Out. Because I could be here until the next century trying to complete No Way Out. But getting a high score every now and again is more reasonable. I think my high score so far is 60 something. Hello to you, you're first. Jesus Christ, you're absolutely hilarious. It's like, oh, you sound 20 years younger, put it that way. You should take that as a compliment, by the way. You should take that as a compliment, but you sound like 20 years younger with that comment. And first. Oh, Jesus Christ. Nonetheless, welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy. So yeah, as I was saying, instead of setting out to complete No Way Out, which requires... there's you, by the way. Look at you, John. Split an image off here. But, yeah, that would require me killing 100 zombies to actually complete No Way Out. But no, I thought it'd be better just to focus on I am young at heart. Well, if you're anywhere like that, if you're anywhere like that zombie, I don't even think your heart is young. Watch his arm fall off. Look at the detail in that. Like, I'm sorry, but you're not going to get that level of detail in any other zombie game. I don't care what that game is. You're just not going to get that level of detail. Resident Evil 2 Remake just has an insane amount of detail. And you got to remember, this is a remake of a 1998 game. So the level of detail they've added in is yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, I'm definitely having more fun, definitely enjoying No Way Out now. Now that I'm just setting out and getting a high score every now and again, instead of trying to kill all 100 zombies to complete it. So it's more, yeah, it's more enjoyable. It's more of an enjoyable experience. Oh, whoa! Well, that is a miracle how I survived that. Ah, he came back for revenge. Bastard. There's you again, lad. Jesus, you're very popular in this stream. So how the hell they ended up... These zombies have ended up being everywhere now. Stage 2. There you are, look. Fuck off. A rucksack. I'm still crawling around. Oh. Microsoft and Nintendo are going to what? George is just being sarcastic now, or this is absolutely hilarious. I was the one who posted it onto Facebook. I was the one who posted that news onto Facebook, and they were still trying to report it back to me. You should get a job for CNN. Taking someone's news and reporting it as their own. But yeah, I have heard of that. Yeah, lots of reports coming in that Microsoft will be having an extensive partnership with Nintendo, bringing their Xbox services. I seen it last night. Well, I seen it yesterday morning, so I got there before you, buddy. I knew about that a long time before you did. Stop. Go have a cup of tea for yourself. But yeah, lots of reports coming in that Nintendo and Microsoft are going to have an extensive partnership, including Xbox services coming to Nintendo Switch, including Xbox Live, Xbox Pass, and Project X Cloud as well, all reported to be coming to Nintendo Switch. I think it's the early signs of a merger between Nintendo and Microsoft. From what I'm reading anyway. That's my take on the situation. And one thing is for definite. One thing is for 100% sure is we're seeing the early signs of the unification of the gaming industry. There's going to come a time where you're going to no longer need to buy 3 separate consoles to experience, you know, 3 different types of gaming in terms of experiencing the 3 different companies. That time is coming. That time is coming. We've seen the beginnings of that with cross-platform play, and it's now going to be continued. Might as well use my last shotgun round in this chair. That level of detail is absolutely insane. So interesting times ahead of us in the gaming industry, that's for sure. I mean, if Nintendo and Microsoft, or at least the Xbox team, do merge together, Jesus Christ, I think Sony would be shitting in their pants, to be quite honest with you. Like, that could become a reality, like. Because, I mean, that would change everything. Whether or not a merger happens or not, we just have to wait and see. But one thing, all the reports are saying, and these are from multiple sources, are all reporting an extensive partnership between Nintendo and Microsoft in terms of Microsoft bringing its Xbox services to Nintendo Switch, including Xbox Pass, Xbox Live, and Project X Cloud. Samsung Galaxy are bringing out a phone that can be a tablet. Yeah, you should definitely get a draw for CNN there. Definitely. Last time I checked, the phone was pretty much considered a tablet, and the tablet was pretty much considered. They're the same thing. They're the same thing. They're exactly the same thing. Yeah, I think CNN are hiring there, and I think you'd be the perfect candidate. Oh Jesus, I forgot about this thing. Oh, you bastard. You come from, you fat bastard. You can open out phones. I hate to break it, but you could open out phones a long time ago. The phones that came with, that could be opened up like that. Those that type of technology has been around for a long time now. You fat bastard. Right, so it would take the fat zombie to kill me, wouldn't it? Because the fat zombie would take more damage. Right, no high score this attempt. But it's only 12 minutes into the stream, so... Jesus, my view count just jumped from 1 to 3. Chad Middleton! Hello to you, buddy. Welcome to the live stream. Great to have you as always, man. Great to have you as always. Hope you enjoy. So yeah, still playing Resident Evil 2. Still playing No Way Out, but I've decided to make No Way Out a bit more enjoyable, a bit more fun, a bit more realistic as well. So instead of trying to actually complete No Way Out and to defeat the 100 zombies, I've decided to just try to get a high score every now and again. Up until Tuesday, of course, that deadline still stands. If I haven't completed No Way Out by Tuesday, I will be moving on to Claire B campaign. I just think aiming for a high score every now and again is just it's more reasonable, you know. I've never seen one in my time. Well, I don't even think there was such thing as a mobile phone back in your time, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Oh, you fat prick. You know, I've been playing this game for over a month now, and I still cannot believe just the level of detail. I've been speaking about it like 3 times now in this stream alone, but it's just amazing to see this level of detail. Oh, I'm taking this damage already. Guys, it's not good. So Chad, how are you keeping today? Have you got any breaking news from me? Breaking news from the gaming industry. I feel like I'm putting pressure on you, Chad, you know, to deliver breaking news now every single stream. Dragon Quest 11 S live stream on March 27th. Oh my god! You haven't disappointed. You have not disappointed, Chad. Once again delivering that breaking news. Did not know about that live stream for March 27th. That is fantastic news. Absolutely fantastic news. Cuphead is rumoured for Switch. Yeah, a lot of Xbox related content rumoured to be coming to Nintendo Switch. A lot of Xbox, you know, a lot of Xbox Xbox X Nintendo. That is a lot of X's in that one sentence. A lot of Nintendo Xbox, you know, collaborations rumored. It's crazy. I'm actually going to talk a bit about that extensively now, maybe halfway through the stream, but there's a lot to be said. There's a lot to be said about that. What I will say is game journalists complaining Jade isn't revealing enough. Well, that is absolutely hilarious, because on the one side you have these psychopathical left-wing feminists who are like, oh my god, you can't even say boo to a woman without being offended. Now they're trying to say that she's not revealing enough. That is just, well, I'm not saying they're saying that, but the fact that there's people saying she's not revealing enough is just, you know, there's no winning. There's just no winning anymore. So, but yeah, I'm going to talk about this Nintendo, this rumored Nintendo and Microsoft partnership very soon. Very soon. But I'm trying to focus on getting a high score right now, so it's tough to do both at the same time. But Chad, that is amazing news. Dragon Quest 11 S live stream coming at the end of March. It's great to see that Square Enix have went all out for the Switch version. They didn't just port it directly from the other console to Switch. You know, they're giving it a special name and everything, and special features. Parents urged to be vigilant as Mamo suicide game. You're just copy and pasting news. Definitely, I'm telling you, like CNN are hiring, and I'm telling you, you are the perfect candidate. That is literally, you just literally copied and pasted that. Come on, like, Jesus Christ. I haven't heard about that, but I've heard about things like that now for years. Crazy trends, but it's just scaremongering. It's scaremongering. I've heard stories like that now for years and years and years and years. Scaremongering. I haven't read into it, like, you know. But yeah, Mamo is a meme now, and Rudy 34. So yeah, I haven't looked into any of that now, but there's these crazy little things that kind of happen where no, I did not. You have. You did copy and paste that. Yes, you did. You're worse than CNN now, denying it. I didn't think anybody get any worse than CNN, but you have. Do I have a herb? A blue herb. Okay, whatever. Anyway, if you're gonna deliver news, keep it relevant to gaming. I could care less about some stupid little flashy training called Mamo. These purple zombies are actually one of the most annoying zombies in the game, because you can't get those. Well, what do you think of Skyhill? I was actually watching it last night. It's actually very, very interesting, the way that it has like kind of different squares that represent different rooms, and the way that you use your inventory looks very interesting as well. Very interesting game. It's one of the reasons I like indie games, how they approach, you know, their games. Very interesting game, I gotta say. I'm cornered now. Fucking purple zombies cornered. I'm going to do a few attempts actually, because I don't have work in the morning, so no need to go to bed early, no need to get up early, nothing like that. So yeah, do a couple of things. They did the same thing as Bowsette, What? Oh, they kind of like created this kind of wait, so where's the wait no, I know nothing about this Momo or Momo or however the hell it's pronounced. So I'm kind of a bit lost now. What's the connection between this Momo thing and suicide? So did I did not think much of it. Oh, so did I did not think much of it. Okay. I didn't think anything of it because I didn't look into any of it, so that's why I didn't think anything of it. What's the connection to this meme and suicide? Mamo is a completely past that thing. Oh, right. I've watched a couple of those videos, so yeah, in that case then it's not to worry about. Like Jeff. Well, definitely so. Definitely, that is nothing to worry about. John is just trying to be a CNN reporter and, you know, trying to bring in this scaremongering, you know, don't leave your house or you're gonna die kind of a news reporter kind of a thing. So yeah, Jesus Christ. Okay, my third attempt in this stream to get a high score. Focus now. Funny but true. Funny but true. Chat, I like that news about Dragon Quest 11S Definitive Edition. Live stream. March. End of March. What I like about when you deliver news, chat, is like I'm always looking up. There's a website I look at. There's a website that I get my information from, my news from, my gaming news from. Well, specifically Nintendo news from, and that's my Nintendo news. But what's great about when you deliver news to my streams, chat, is it's news I haven't heard of. A lot of the time, it's news I haven't heard of. I like that, chat. You know, I have Dragon Quest. I actually have 2 Dragon Quest games on the 3DS, and I have 1 Dragon Quest game on the DS. But I have to admit, I didn't play very much of them. I need to kind of get stuck into it. But I kind of like what I see of Dragon Quest 11. So definitely going to, you know, give the live stream a watch. I like RPGs. I'm a huge fan of RPGs. So. And I played a good bit of, I think it was Dragon Quest 7. Some Dragon Quest game. I'm going away Monday for 3 nights. Nice! You're really being safe, aren't you? Telling the whole world you're going to go away for 3 nights. What if you were like living in a mansion, you know, with like a sports car in your drive, and you were telling the whole world that you were going away for 3 nights? Just think about that for a second. Okay, don't think I'm going to be getting a high score in this stream. I got 2 high scores so far when I started this whole quest for getting a high score. But I don't think I'm going to be getting a high score this stream anyway. And again, you never know. Turn things around. Yes, but... yes, I am. Well, I don't know, you said you were, so you tell me. Are you asking me a question, or... Are you asking me, are you going away or not? You just said it, you. And where? What the hell? If I did one zombie and his twin came out, okay. That's nice. Every zombie seems to be spreading around in this stream. They really are. Zombies spreading around. Square Enix trademarks the Mana series collection. Oh yeah, I heard something like that. And Chrono Trigger as well, apparently. I would love to see Square Enix and Nintendo bring back Mario RPG. That was a great game. That kind of gave birth to, you know, the Mario and Luigi and Paper Mario series. It was the first real Super Mario RPG game. You know, to have the RPG powerhouses Square Enix behind the project was even better. So yeah, I'd like to see some kind of return of Mario RPG, Nintendo and Square Enix working together again. And I don't give a shit who knows. As if you don't give a shit about that kind of stuff. Make sure the window's closed. Close the window when the window isn't closed. Yeah, as if you wouldn't care about that kind of stuff. Right. Sure you would. Sure you wouldn't. This is the person who locks his door when he literally walks 2 steps down the stairs. And he's telling me he doesn't care about this kind of stuff. Oh my god. That's hilarious. I may get a high score. This attempt. It all depends on where the zombies decide to go, really, how they spread themselves out. Not the way this place is gone. I don't get it. Yeah, but that's what I mean, like. That's what I mean. So if you like that note. Definitely not getting a high score. I want to talk a little bit about one of the biggest pieces of news now in the gaming industry. I say news, but it's actually rumour, report, leaks, and all of that kind of, you know, unconfirmed stuff. So I'm not going to call it news, just the latest buzz that's happening right now in the gaming industry, centering around Nintendo and Microsoft. The big gaming websites, including Game Informer. I'm after forgetting half of them now, to be honest with you, but Game Informer is one of them. There's a big, massive French gaming site as well. Direct Feed Gaming, I think, might be another website. There's multiple big gaming websites, all reporting that there's going to be an extensive partnership between Nintendo and Microsoft. You appreciate then my other so-called friend. He's been an ass and doesn't say hi or talk as much to me. Well, he sounds like an asshole, Chad, and thank you for that. And you know, I will always do my best to make you and all of my other subs welcome on Greenherb Gaming. You know, without the support that you give me and the rest of my subs give me, my channel would be nothing. So you can be sure that every time you join one of my live streams, every time you comment on the live stream, every time you comment on a video I upload, you can be sure that I will acknowledge, you know, your existence, and I will appreciate your support at all times, chat, at all times. You never got my milk. You're not getting any milk. Milkman the Gamer hasn't arrived yet, so there's no milk for anybody yet. So that's the these gaming websites are reporting, you know, about this massive partnership between Nintendo and Microsoft. Apparently, Microsoft is preparing to release multiple Xbox services, including Xbox Live, Xbox Pass, Project X Cloud, to the Nintendo Switch, which is just crazy to even think about. That means that you will potentially be able to play games like Halo, Forza, Gears of War on your Nintendo Switch. Streamed, of course, with services like Xbox Pass and Xbox or Project xCloud. And again, this has been reported by numerous, multiple gaming websites across the world. So there's no getting away from this, really. I have a much deeper opinion on this. In fact, it's more of a theory really than an opinion, and it kind of goes all the way back to, I suppose, when we saw gaming companies like Nintendo, Sony and Microsoft, the three gaming companies, praise each other. So like when God of War launched, you had like Microsoft praising PlayStation, and then you had Microsoft praising Nintendo. So that's where I took note of that. And obviously now that we have cross-platform play, so you know when Microsoft and Nintendo released that trailer for Minecraft cross-platform play, so you had like basically it was an ad that centered around Xbox One and Switch players on Minecraft. And now that we have this unprecedented, I can't say that word. Now that we have this rumoured massive partnership between Nintendo and Microsoft, any new Nintendo consoles coming out, Jesus Christ, are you insane, man? Are you insane? Nintendo Switch literally launched less than 2 years ago, and this guy is asking for a new console. Jesus Christ. It's funny seeing Sony censoring now. Yeah, I haven't been kind of keeping up to scratch with that, but that's kind of interesting. Sony has become the new Nintendo now or something. It's so weird. But so if I was Sony right now, I would literally, this isn't a bash on Sony because hello, I'm playing PlayStation 4 right now. But if I was Sony right now, I'd be quivering in my boots. I really would, because if this partnership between Nintendo and Microsoft is real, then Sony have a lot to be concerned for. A lot to be concerned for. Because you've been talking about two of the biggest powerhouses in gaming. This is what I'm getting at basically. This is what I'm getting at. I think we could be seeing the early signs of a merger between Nintendo and Microsoft. A full-on merger, like, you know, the early signs of it anyway. That's what I'm reading here. I mean, because talk about, like, apart from bringing Xbox Pass and Project xCloud to the Switch, there is talk about Microsoft bringing big franchises to the Switch, in like just bringing them to the Switch in physical form or digital form, which is crazy. You just reminded me to take my tablet. Jesus Christ. A merger would be awesome. Yeah, it sure would. I mean, it sure would, like. I don't exactly know how that would work, but one of the things I would be thinking of is maybe Microsoft could definitely, I suppose, play a role in making like the consoles more powerful, so you could see, you know, the next Zelda game looking more powerful than it ever has before. And obviously, like, you know, you get to like have a console that has Halo and Mario, you know, on the same system. So I don't know how realistic a merger is, but you know, I've been reading some of these articles reporting on this partnership between Nintendo and Microsoft, and you know, the Xbox Pass and Xbox Project xCloud. I've been reading all this, you know, Cuphead coming to Switch, that other game as well, but I can't think of the name. Been reading all this, and it's just like, my question is like, what's in it for both these companies, and that's what has me thinking of some sort of a merger between the two companies. I need to get back to the gameplay now. As you can clearly see, not going to be getting any high scores here with all this. But yeah, interesting times nonetheless. And we just have to wait and see how it all unfolds. The purple zombies are making an appearance there. I actually do have something to talk about regarding the future of Nintendo consoles if this merger between Microsoft and Nintendo does not happen. I do have something to talk about in regards to Nintendo's next console. Is anything I say good with you? Every time I come on lately, you need to grow up. That's what I will say. And you can take that whatever way you want to take. But what I would say is, again, if the Nintendo and Microsoft merger does not happen, and Nintendo, is its own company, I firmly believe that the Switch 2, and it will be called the Switch 2, Nintendo's next console will definitely be called the Switch 2, because they're not going to abandon the Switch concept, the concept of playing your games on the go, in front of your TV, on a train, on a plane. You seriously need to grow up. Look at this. Oh my god. But yeah, Nintendo are not going to abandon the Switch concept. So one of the things I think Nintendo is actually going to put a focus on, this may surprise people, I think they're going to put a focus on power. I really do feel that, because I don't know if people don't know this, but Yoshi's Crafty World actually runs in 500p, so it's pretty much standard definition in docked mode. So even Nintendo themselves can't even hashtag. Yeah, but seriously, he needs to grow up, really, he does need to grow up there, I mean, if you look back at anything I said right now, I didn't say anything bad at all. But yeah, even Nintendo themselves can't even achieve what they want from their games on their own hardware. It's one thing when third parties turn around and say, we can't get Doom, we can't achieve what we want to achieve with Doom on the Switch. That's one thing, when third parties say that. But when Nintendo themselves can't achieve what they want to on their consoles, that has me thinking Nintendo going forward are definitely going to take into consideration power instead. So I really am predicting, pretty much, predicting that Nintendo's next console, which will be the Switch 2, will be a powerful console. Skullgirls coming in spring 2019. What is Skullgirls again? The name sounds familiar. The name sounds familiar. I'm just laughing. What the hell? Did you see that? What's that? What was that? But I'm just laughing at John's comment there. Oh my god. That's a grown man, by the way, everyone. You know, I'm well used to it. I've grown up with it. I see it. I'm well used to it. People around me are used to it too. It's the second fighting game with the anime girls. Oh, okay. Cool. I'm just waiting for that Mortal Kombat to get released. Oh, this is so fun. You know, we live in a world where we're led to believe that kids are meant to be immature and adults are meant to be mature. Like a kid can't make an adult decision, or a kid can't be mature. We're led to believe that the adult is the person that can make a mature decision, you know, and stuff like that. But tonight now has just proven to me that's complete bullshit. And you got a grown man acting like a child because he can't take a slagging. You know, that's when you know that world is pretty much backwards. I finished the Fortnite challenges to get the free battle pass. Nice, man, you got yourself a free battle pass. You don't have to pay Epic Games with cents. I love that. I nearly do that myself too. Just to have a season pass without actually paying them a cent. How hard or how annoying is it? Like how basically the question I would ask is how realistic is it to actually get that season pass with the challenges? Like, is it really like extensive? Do you have to put a lot of hours into it? Or basically, like, could I get, if I played Fortnite right now, which I'm not, by the way, which I'm not, I just want to make that perfectly clear, which I'm not. But if I played Fortnite right now, like, could I get that season pass within the hour? I hope I don't make... Oh, don't worry, you're not going to make it next year. No, trust me. This is not new to me. I'm used to this. It's okay, are you happy? Neither you or me has said anything wrong to John. Don't worry about it, honestly. The challenges are easy to do, you just need to play it. Oh, well. Oh. Okay. I could do that. Myself and Eric Meehan / ProChronicsVlogz are the dynamic duo. Fuck. You talking about... You just said fuck 3 times. You just said fuck 3. All I'm saying, we're both adults, right? At least I am an adult anyway, right? All I'm saying is, we need to grow up. That's all I'm saying. You said fuck 3 times in a sentence. Doesn't exactly do much to, it doesn't do much to defend what I'm saying, does it? About your dad's stream, and you say, I am not growing up. Well, considering that you're the person who had fuck 3 times in a sentence, you need to really kind of think about who's actually the person who's not grown up here. There's 18 challenges, but you only need to do 13. 3. Yeah, but you said fuck 3 times in a sentence, and you're having a discussion about who's more grown up or not. That's all I'm saying. You're taking this way too serious, by the way. And you told me go fuck myself, so I don't even know why you're still in the stream. If you're telling me go fuck myself, then why are you still in the stream talking to me? You know? You need to realise that. You're talking to me about being bad to you, yet you say go fuck yourself to me. You need to think about that too, don't you? Anyway. There's 18, yeah. So as I was saying there, Chad, it's very possible because myself and Eric Meehan slash ProChronicsVlogz, we are one half of the dynamic duo. We used to play a lot of Fortnite together. I went off the game, so I don't have it anymore. Good luck. I don't have it anymore. I don't play it anymore. But I could get it if I wanted to. But no, I'm just curious to know, you know, how you can go about getting that free season pass for season 8 and how the challenges work out. But I know. So thank you, Chad, Team John, and Eric. But yeah, we were the dynamic duo. Myself and Eric Meehan slash ProChronicsVlogz were one half of the dynamic duo. And you know, like, we play it for fun as well. Like, you know, whenever we were on duos, there was never this crap about, like, you know, like we were a team at all times. Nobody was out for themselves or anything like that. I had a great time playing Fortnite with my buddy, but I just kind of went off the game a bit. You know, it's kind of hard to put my finger on it really. But Fortnite is a different type of game. That's the only way I can put it. Before Fortnite, they made Gears of War. I played a little bit of Gears of War actually, but I just think Fortnite is a different type of. Jesus Christ. You won't have to worry about me no more as I... Yeah. So you're really going to say that, like, on a live stream? You're really going to threaten to kill yourself on a live stream? And you're telling me that you're not grown up? Yeah. Right. Jesus Christ. Chad, don't worry about it, man. Honestly. I've dealt with this and heard about this now all my life. All I can say to you now, if you're still watching, you're not doing a good job defending your matureness right now. I mean, you wouldn't hear that from a child. You wouldn't, like. Why? So what do you want me to do? Feel guilty for doing nothing? You're the person who told me to go fuck myself. Remember that. Chad right now, like, doesn't know what to do. Look, Chad, trust me, just don't worry about it. Enjoy the stream, man. Just continue to enjoy the stream. What was I on about? Oh, well, my apologies about that. It's the way you said it, like. It's the way you fucking said it, like. Jesus Christ, like. You're overreacting. You're overreacting. You're overreacting big time, boy. Alright? Well, I can't have a bit of banter with my dad on the stream without you getting offended. It's bad enough that we have the crazy left-wing psychopathical feminists getting offended by everything that people say. I was only having a bit of banter with you for that. That's all. Jesus Christ, like. I was only having a bit of banter with you, like, and you just took the whole thing way too serious, and then you told me to go fuck myself. If I was being bad, you said that I'm always putting you down in the stream, right? If you joined the stream and they said, "Oh, here he is again, go fuck yourself," that would be putting you down, right? All I said to you was grow up, and you told me to go fuck myself. So that's what you need to remember. You took the whole thing a bit. You took the whole thing a bit too serious there, and you're not going to be arguing in the rest of my stream, like, you know. Like, poor Chad doesn't know what's going on right now, like, you know. Like, oh, jeez. So anyway, so I'm going to go back and talk a little bit more about what I was saying there about the Nintendo Switch 2. I firmly believe that Nintendo Switch 2 will be a powerful console for Nintendo. That's how my other friends treat me on this stream and Discord. Yeah, like, I mean, that's not right, like, that's not right. You know, and as I said, Chad, every time that you join my live stream, and just like anyone else who joins my live stream, including John, but for whatever reason he thinks that I'm treating him bad. I don't know. I mean, you're obviously, you know, my dad. You're obviously family, so there's going to be a bit of banter, you know, between family, like, you know what I mean. That's what you need to understand, like. But anyone who joins my live stream, I acknowledge them. I have a bit of banter with them. I chat with them, whatever the case might be. So those people on your streams and Discords are assholes, and you know, all I can say, man, to that is they're assholes. And you know, I just want you to know that when you streams, you're never gonna ever experience that. You know, I could wake up tomorrow morning and have, you know, 35 million subs, and you know, even if I had like thousands of people commenting on the stream and that live chat was just scrolling down through it. Look, obviously I'd have a hard time reading all the comments, but I would definitely do my best to reply to every single person. And it's not nice to you know, to have that kind of mentality, like of joining someone's stream, join your friends. I just want to say one thing. If that's how your friends treat you, then let me just be blunt about it. I don't think they're your friends. If that's how your friends treat you, Jesus, like, I mean, who needs enemies when you have friends like that, huh? That's what I was definitely at. But Green Herb Gaming is well, it's usually a carefree, fun, relaxing place to be. But some people can get easily offended, I suppose. The funny thing is though, it's weird. I can completely relate to where he's coming from, but that's the way I can go. It's really kind of weird. I'm not going to get into it like that. I can relate to where he's coming from, but because I have felt like that before with other people and other situations, but seeing his overreaction has kind of helped me in a way, because it's kind of making me realise, Jesus Christ, I've overreacted many times, and I've done things out of that overreaction as well. So it's kind of a weird situation, really, this experience. His girlfriend and the other people are cool with me, but I don't know what's his beef with me, or brother, no care. It's just the mentality of, if somebody is going to be like that, if you're going to join someone's stream like that, and they're going to treat you like that, you know, they're just an asshole. It's really that simple. And I know it mightn't be that simple, maybe, you know, because like, you might consider that person a good friend, but the question is, does that person consider you a good friend? If they're treating you like that, because I mean, you could be the nicest person in the world to them, you have great time for these people, but if they're treating you like that, then what does any of that actually matter then? Like, you know, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. These zombies are spreading out. They're spreading out there. I'm not gonna use that green herb now. 55 minutes. Where's the fucking light turned on? Fucking... Yes. No. Yeah, but I've learned one important life lesson here. John's overreaction to a harmless kind of banter, I don't know, it's kind of complicated, like it might appear on the surface to John that I was putting him down or something, but it's because it's called banter. Like, he's my dad joining a live stream, you know, like, it's just how it is, you know, it's called banter, and he overreacted to that big time, by telling me to go fuck myself, by simply telling him he needs to grow up, because the way he was responding to that seemed a little bit childish, you know? But yeah, his overreaction has made me kind of realise that sometimes I can be like that with other people as well. Overreacting to something that's not really that big of a deal. It's kind of weird how things work out, but yeah, kind of I've learned something tonight now. Gonna try one more attempt after this. Oh yeah, sorry, I ought to kind of talk maybe a little bit more about the Nintendo Switch 2, which I firmly believe is going to be the name of Nintendo's next home console. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you be friends again. It's alright, man. Don't worry about that, man. Don't worry about that. But yeah, it's just I'm well used of John, and you know how he reacts. Trust me, well used of it. But the Nintendo Switch 2, here's me talking about the Nintendo Switch 2. Less than the Switch being on the market for 2 years. So I firmly believe that Nintendo's next home console will be called the Switch 2, because there's no way they're going to abandon this hugely successful concept that is gaming anytime, anywhere, anyone. Playing your console on your TV and playing it on the bus, the plane, the park, everywhere. They're not going to abandon that concept, ever. And I've noticed something with Yoshi's Crafted World. Nintendo wanted to achieve something with that game on Switch. They couldn't achieve what they wanted with that game. The power of Switch just simply did not allow Nintendo to achieve what they wanted to with the game. I just got a new Switch after New Year. Best time to get a Switch, man. You picked the best year to get a Switch, and you got a new Switch as well, because I know you were telling me that you got a new Switch. So definitely 2019 is going to be a great year. Oh yeah, you got a new. Don't worry, there's not going to be a Switch 2. Anything like that happening for quite a while. So don't worry about that. your Switch is still going to be attended to and all that. But I feel like that because Nintendo themselves couldn't achieve what they wanted with Yoshi's Crafty World on Switch, I just think it's going to be something they're going to think about going forward, because Nintendo always think about the limitations of their previous systems going forward with their latest systems. You know, they always look at the kind of failures and kind of limitations and kind of things they got wrong with their previous systems. They always try to address those issues going forward. So I do feel like Nintendo is going to have no choice but to address that issue of power going forward with the Switch 2. Because as I said earlier, it's one thing for third parties to kind of bring up the issue of it's an amazing game. It's absolutely amazing, and it actually does look amazing, but surprisingly enough, the game runs in 500p in docked mode. That's on your TV. So Nintendo themselves couldn't even achieve what they wanted to with that game without actually sacrificing its resolution. And that's normally something you hear from third parties. That's what NetherRealm Studios are doing right now with Mortal Kombat 11. You know, they have no choice but to reduce the resolution of Mortal Kombat 11 so it can run on Switch. Same with Bethesda. Same with the Panic Button as well. They had to do that with Doom and Wolfenstein. So it's it's interesting that Nintendo are actually the ones who are actually sacrificing resolution and stuff like that so they can get their games running on Switch. It's a very bizarre situation. So I think because of that, going forward, Nintendo is going to have really no choice but to kind of address the issue of power and raise a powerful console. Because there's a kind of it's a trend really with Nintendo. It's the same with any other company as well. I mean, like anything that kind of held back their previous system. Like look at the Wii U. What held the Wii U back really? I think it was miscommunication between its consumers. Its consumers didn't know what the Wii U was. That was one of the biggest things that held the Wii U back. I mean, what's the first thing Nintendo did with the Switch? Clear communication as to what that console was and is. That's the first thing they did. Then, of course, second to that would have been bad advertising. They nailed the advertising straight away. I mean, famous bands like Imagine Dragons, so all stuff like that. Third-party support was a pretty big issue as well. That was addressed. You know, one of the first third-party games ever shown to Switch was actually Skyrim. That's a fun fact. That was actually one of the first third-party games we actually saw for the Switch. I like the Switch commercials. Oh, they're the best. So much better than the Wii U commercials. It's in here, back shot. Okay. So, yeah. So I'm going to say one more attempt. So I liked how that playthrough went. One more attempt. So yeah, I've been looking into my crystal ball, my gaming crystal ball, and I'm seeing the Switch 2, and I'm just seeing Nintendo approach that from I just think that power is going to be one of their focuses. if not focuses, it's going to be an area in which that they're going to address. Maybe not a focus, wouldn't be the right word to use, but it's definitely going to be an area in which they're going to address. There were so many issues that Nintendo addressed with the Switch. Issues like third-party support, issues like clear communication to its consumers as to what the product is and what it can do, and how it differs from previous systems. Issues like advertising. Issues like a fast pace of quality games. All those issues. I just think that power is going to be an issue that Nintendo will definitely look at with the Switch 2, and I think the proof is in the pudding, and that pudding is Yoshi's Crafted World. It's an amazing game, fun game, it looks amazing, HD or SD, it's amazing. I played the demo, loved it, really did love it. But the reality is, the game runs in 500p in docked mode on your TV. The Switch is capable of outputting 1080p, native 1080p resolution on the TV, and 720p on the Switch handheld mode and tabletop mode. So even Nintendo themselves couldn't achieve, the full potential of the Switch, with Yoshi's Crafted World. Yeah, I don't want a Switch Mini. While the Switch Mini, well, I'm specifically talking about a Switch 2 as opposed to a Switch Mini. There is rumours going around that Nintendo are going to release a revised Switch. That could potentially be a Switch Mini, it could be a Switch XL, it could be a Switch Pro. That's a different kind of issue, but I'm more or less talking about Nintendo's next generation home console. It's next gaming system. It's next generation, its successor basically, which I firmly believe will be called the Switch 2. Same as PS4 and PS5. I think Nintendo has established a brand here that's just so different to what they've done in the past. Nintendo is more known for new names as opposed to continuing its brand. But I just think there's something about the Switch that they're just not going to go back from. You can release motion controls and you revert back to traditional controls, and you can release touchscreen controls and revert back to traditional controls. You can go back from all that kind of technology, but there's no way in hell Nintendo is going to go back from the concept of Switch, the concept of playing your games on your TV, away from your TV, on a beach, on a bus, on a train. There's just no way Nintendo is going to go back from that. So the Switch is going to be a brand now, just like PlayStation, just like Xbox. It's going to be a brand. And I think that it's going to be called Switch 2, and I think that power is definitely going to be a focus. An issue that Nintendo is going to address. As technology advances, you can really shrink those chips down, to very small sizes right now. I mean, technically, it's possible to have 2 terabytes of memory on a micro SD card. So that says it all. A micro SD card, ladies and gentlemen, 2 terabytes of memory. So if you can fit that type of, information on such a small disc, just imagine what could be possible. Now we're talking years away here. As I said, the Switch is not even on the market 2 years yet. So, that's important to remember as well. There's a long road to the Switch 2. But there was something when I realised that Yoshi's Crafted World was in 500p in docked mode, a Nintendo game, that just had me really taking notice. That was when I was like, Jesus, that's interesting. Because it's no other third parties that kind of talk. Nintendo hasn't talked about it, but it's normally third parties that have to kind of sacrifice resolution. It's just crazy to think a game like Yoshi's Crafted World, from Nintendo, is at such a lower resolution. And maybe it's deliberate at the part of Nintendo. Maybe there is a Switch Pro coming out, and maybe that's their way to actually get people to buy it. The Switch is going to be here for 10 plus years. Yeah, the former Nintendo president, he did say that, but Nintendo can be strange when they want to be. They can say a lot of things, but then they can go back on what they say as well. But I'm not denying that, especially with these rumours that Xbox could be having a huge partnership with Nintendo. We could be seeing Xbox Pass on the Switch. Like that, with that kind of news coming out, you know, I can definitely see you know, Switch being a product that is used for like 10 plus years, because, you know, think about how big this is. Think about how big this is, right? Nintendo next console could very well be Project X Cloud. Like every game that comes to this new Xbox could potentially be on Project X Cloud, could be on Gamer Pass. Which basically means that that console is essentially the same. If you can get that console on a Switch, it's so strange that consoles are no longer, like, it's funny, like consoles are becoming irrelevant. Like the actual physical console, the actual physicality of a console is becoming irrelevant. You know, the games in which you play on those consoles can now be brought to you through streaming services like, you know, Xbox Live, Gamer Pass, and Project X Cloud. So it's a strange situation. So to add to what you said there, Chad, the Switch is going to be around for 10 plus years. You're probably right, because like it's crazy to even comprehend this point. But is Game Pass like, it's like, oh my Jesus Christ, I don't want to offend any like PlayStation fanboys here when I say this, but Gamer Pass is hands down, in every shape, possible, form or way, far better than PS Plus. PS Plus gives you a couple of games for free once a month. Gamer Pass gives you access to a library of 100 plus Xbox games for just a short, for a low fee, a month or a year, depends on how you want to go about it. And I'm talking like I'm talking original Xbox games, 360 games, Xbox One games. In fact, Crackdown 3 is available on Gamer Pass. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get, you know, Detroit Become Human on PS Plus anytime soon. So trust me, PS Plus is more of a, see, I've got to point out they're two completely different services. PS Plus is more of a reward program for, you know, people who subscribe to PlayStation Plus, which, you know, is needed to play your games online. So it's a kind of reward incentive, whereas Gamer Pass is more of a kind of streaming service offered by Xbox that allows you to basically stream a lot of Xbox games. Do you need to be connected to the internet for all 100%? You need to be connected at all times. It's streaming from the cloud, so you will need to be connected to the internet at all times to experience it. But it's a crazy possibility. Just thinking about this now. Basically, like Nintendo, like Microsoft's next console, it's just baffling to say this, will be on the Switch. Let me repeat that. Let me actually pause the game for a second. In fact, let me just end the gameplay altogether, because I'm more in a talkative mood really than a gameplay mood. Does it eat a lot of data? It will definitely eat a lot of data. It depends on what type of internet you have. I mean, if you have broadband, that's kind of, I don't know, because my broadband I don't think has any limitations at all. It's a set fee. Like I pay a set fee for my broadband. So I don't know what kind of data you have, but it will definitely eat data. It will eat your data like a hungry zombie in Raccoon City. I can tell you that, which right there. My high score is 61 so far. But Chad, you've just made me realise something now. When you said that the Switch is going to be here for 10 plus years, it really will. If this, if all these rumours, leaks and reports are true, about this humongous partnership between Nintendo and Microsoft, involving Microsoft bringing its Xbox services to Switch, including Gamer Pass and Project xCloud. If that is true, Switch is going to be around for a hell of a long time. I just use my phone hotspot. It has a limit of 50 gigabytes a month. Oh, if you just have your phone, it's probably not going to be the best experience, to be quite honest with you, Chad. It will eat your data like a hungry zombie, I am telling you. And I just can't believe that there. That is crazy. Like, we're living in a completely different generation when it comes to technology. Like, it's almost it's even hard to explain, and it's also hard to understand at the same time. But the days where the only way to experience, how can I put, basically consoles are becoming irrelevant. And what I mean by consoles are becoming irrelevant is that piece of plastic that's sitting under your TV right now is becoming irrelevant. It's the games that will actually matter, and it's basically how you distribute those games that is changing. And I think a thing like Project xCloud and Gamer Pass, streaming these games, people will bash it for all sorts of reasons, but the reality is that's the future of gaming. And what that means for Switch is insane. It is insane. And even what it means for Xbox owners as well, it's insane, because it basically means that you get to experience Nintendo or Microsoft's next gaming initiative. Because I can't call it a console, because it won't. They probably will offer a physical console as well. But basically, my point is this. You will, if this is true, if these rumors and reports are true, if Gamer Pass comes to Nintendo Switch, if Xbox Live comes to Nintendo Switch, if Project xCloud comes to Nintendo Switch, bear in mind, this probably won't be happening until sometime next year. The Switch has been on the market for, it'll be 2 years this March. You will be able to experience everything new that Microsoft releases, the new Halo, the new Gears of War, the new Forza, all of these Xbox games, you will be able to experience them on the Switch. So that will definitely extend the lifespan of Switch. That is just, that's an insane idea. It's hard to comprehend. I have a buddy and he's completely against a digital only future, completely against streaming. And I can see his points, 100%. I can see his points, but I just think we're moving in the future. I really do feel like we're moving in the future. I think with 5G around the corner, which is going to be like extensive internet improvements, there's going to be a time where, we're going to have internet that is sustainable for streaming games. So the technology will be there, and these little pieces of plastic that we used to go out and buy and open up is going to become a thing of the past. But if you stop and think about it though, and even Reggie Fils-Aimé was saying this, he's retiring now in April, but even Reggie Fils-Aimé from Nintendo was saying this. It's not the console you remember, it's the games you remember. It's the games. Like the PlayStation is one of my favourite consoles of all time, but it's not the bit of plastic that I remember specifically. It's not that, it's the games. It's Resident Evil 2. It's Final Fantasy 7. It's Metal Gear Solid. It's the games. It's the games that I remember. So that bit of plastic on your TV is irrelevant. So my point is this: we're now living in a world where Microsoft can deliver their next generation games through a completely different process that doesn't involve creating a bit of plastic and a few chips. It means that they can deliver their games through a live streaming service called, Project xCloud. I'm actually going to go all X-Files on your note chat. I'm going to give you a little conspiracy theory. What was the code name for the Nintendo Switch? The NX. So much secrecy surrounding the origins of that code name, what that code name means. Satoru Iwata literally took that to his grave because nobody else knew what it was. What if NX basically stood for Nintendo Xbox? Like, what if the N was Nintendo and the X was pretty much Xbox? What if it was basically written, what if it was put in motion, what if that was in motion for a hell of a long time? Crazy to think, isn't it? But it is crazy to think though the possibilities of this. And again, like, huge gaming websites are all picking up on this, about, like, Chad is thinking. It's true though. NX. What if that's actually what it meant, like Nintendo X? Like, what if this thing was actually going to be like a full-on, like, merger between the two companies? Who knows? But there's definitely a lot of, like, good relations going on right now between, like, let's look at what's happening right now. Like, let's look at that commercial trailer that both Nintendo and Microsoft made for Minecraft on Switch and Xbox One and the cross-platform play. Let's look at the numerous times that Phil Spencer has praised Nintendo and its first-party lineup. Let's look at Ninja Theory, who are actually a Microsoft-owned company. Game is now coming to Switch. Demon Blade, I think it's called Demon Blade, something anyway. You've seen the patents for the. I actually have. It's interesting. I really am interested to see Nintendo approach VR, because I feel like they've been sitting back and watching, the competition. They've been sitting back and they've been watching PlayStation VR, Oculus Rift. I feel like they've been watching and they've been kind of seeing what works and what doesn't work, and I feel like they're really going to deliver the best possible experience. I suppose the realistic experience. Because you will get people who will talk about specs and you will say, oh, well, there's more specs in Oculus Rift. But I think Nintendo are going to deliver to you the most realistic VR experience. Realistic in terms of pricing and in terms of delivering like a real fun VR experience. It doesn't require you to have, like, the amount of wires, cables, devices needed to experience PlayStation VR. You might as well be fucking connecting to the fucking Animus, or whatever it's called, in fucking Assassin's Creed, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ, man. It's insane. There's probably fucking doctors who prepare for fucking heart surgery that don't need to fucking have as much wires and cables as PlayStation VR fucking requires, for fuck's sake. It's insane. That was literally that. You're going to laugh at me, but that's the only reason I haven't bought PlayStation VR. I feel like it's an incomplete product. I feel like it's a beta. I feel like it's pre-alpha. I feel like it's just not a complete product. Once somebody releases a VR system, like an actual all-in-one VR system, I'll be all over that. But I wasn't interested in paying €400 for an accessory, which is essentially what PlayStation VR is. It's an accessory. I have a PS4, I wasn't prepared to go out there and pay the same price same price for a PS4 for an accessory, definitely. But I have looked at the patents for VR on the Switch, which looks interesting. It really does. But I can't get my head around this potential huge partnership between Nintendo and Microsoft. The possibility of Project xCloud coming to Nintendo Switch is insane. Um, I made PS VR replaced the PSV. Oh man, PSVR replaced. Yeah, PSVR has flopped. It's pretty safe to say that it has completely and utterly flopped. I experienced virtual reality on two occasions. I think the first one might have been Oculus Rift, or the other one, but it wasn't PSVR yet. Then I experienced PSVR. I experienced them both, and without going into too much detail, I loved them. I think VR is absolutely amazing. I think it's just fantastic. I think it has all the potential in the world of being the future of entertainment. Forget gaming alone. It's just this is the future of entertainment. It's just the only problem is I just don't see a complete product. It's not a complete product unless they release it as an all-in-one system. Then, in my opinion, it's not a complete product. But it just, to me, it felt like I was in a world. Like I can sit here for 2.5 hours and I can play Resident Evil and I can feel immersed in Raccoon City. I could even play my Nintendo. Basically, like I could be playing this in 8K, not 8K. Sorry, I could be playing this game in 4K. Yeah, I could play Resident Evil 2 remake right now in 4K and be immersed in the crisp, 4K graphics and be immersed in Raccoon City. I could be playing Resident Evil Revelations on my 3DS, glasses-free 3D, and be immersed in it. But the reality is, if I turn my head to the right, I will see my living room. And once I turn my head to the right and turn my head away from the TV, I realise that I'm in the real world. But with virtual reality, it's a completely different story, isn't it? Because you turn your head to the right and you will see everything towards you. You turn your head to the left, you'll see a fucking licker coming towards you. You look up and you'll probably see Mr. X fucking, getting stuck in the ceiling or some shit, I don't know. But like, the entire world that you look around with this VR headset, you're in the world. Like you always hear that in reviews or developers are talking about the games. Oh, it feels like you're in the game. Well, you can't get any more in the game than actually being in the game with VR. So, as somebody who's experienced VR on 2 occasions, I can definitely tell you that VR is an amazing experience, and I really do feel is the future of entertainment. It just has to be done in a complete way. I don't agree with Reggie Fils-Aimé in that he said that it ain't a fun product. I think it's a very fun product. I think it has all the potential in the world to be fun. That's his opinion. He's perfectly entitled to his opinion. But as somebody who's experienced VR on 2 occasions, I do feel like it's a fun product, 100%. There's a lot of gaming discussions in one stream, but I could talk about this Nintendo and Microsoft partnership for the next hour and 29 minutes. I really could. I just think it means so much for the gaming industry. It's huge. And again, like you've got these big gaming companies, big gaming websites talking about this. This isn't some nut job from 4chan saying that his grandmother's dog heard from the neighbor's cat that Nintendo and Microsoft are bringing Xbox Pass. This is pretty detailed stuff coming from well respected and established gaming websites saying that Microsoft are preparing to release various Xbox services on Nintendo Switch, including Gamer Pass, Project xCloud, and many other Xbox services. And what that means specifically for the Switch and for the future of Switch is it means that every single experience bar 4K that you can get on this new Xbox venture, this new Xbox platform, be it physical or digital, can be fully experienced on Nintendo Switch. That is insane. And it's insane, but it's also believable, because it's not like Microsoft are handing over their IPs to Nintendo. It's that they're making their service, their application, available on Nintendo Switch. So the money will go to Microsoft. Microsoft will make the money. Nintendo will offer their platform as a platform. Nintendo will offer their console as a platform for Xbox's service, just like they're planning to do it with Android, they're planning to do it with laptop as well. And obviously probably will have a physical console they release, and apparently smart TVs as well they're planning on releasing it. So definitely the Switch can have a very long life cycle because of this. It's insane. Again, just thinking about this, it's just wow. I mean, there was a time where, you know, consoles, like there was a time where gaming was limited to this physical console. Like, you know, if you wanted to play Xbox games, you needed to buy an Xbox console, and it was just like, you wouldn't think twice about that because it was so simple. There was nothing else. Like, there was no such thing. Your mind couldn't even comprehend the possibility of streaming those games. There was even a time where your mind couldn't even comprehend the possibility of downloading those games, let alone streaming them, let alone having a streaming service on another console. Like, if that was just the way it was. If you wanted to play Halo, you buy an Xbox. If you wanted to play Mario, you buy a Nintendo console. But I really do feel like it could be a two-way process there. I think Nintendo, maybe even through Gamer Pass, Nintendo could make their games available on Xbox. And again, it'll be Nintendo who will make the money. Nintendo make Mario available on mobile phones. Okay? They're even allowing it. To do what are they called? Nvidia to have a lot of Wii games on their Nvidia Shield. So Nintendo already have that partnership right now. So I really do feel like it could be a two-way process here. I think Nintendo could be willing to make their games available on Xbox Pass. And again, they wouldn't be missing out on anything here. You know, so I don't know, it's kind of an interesting situation. Again, we just have to wait and see how this whole thing unfolds. But what if I really went X-Files on you? You're going to have 3 thinking emojis here now, Chad. You're not going to get any sleep this evening, tonight, because you're going to be thinking about this now for a long time. What if this is the reason Reggie Fils-Aimé retired? Because think of it, his retirement kind of came out of nowhere. He never spoke about retirement in any interview. He never teased retirement. He's a pretty young man, to be quite honest with you. Like, considering most of the Nintendo employees in Japan are far older than him, and have probably been working at Nintendo far longer than he has. This retirement has kind of come out of nowhere. What if Reggie Fils-Aimé said, nah, not really feeling this whole partnership at Microsoft, not really liking the idea of bringing our games to Xbox Pass, not liking this, just not what I signed up for. I wouldn't feel comfortable leading my employees in this future when I myself don't agree with it. It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be right. I don't believe in it. I don't feel passionate about it. Therefore, I wouldn't be able to lead the company. And I'm going to retire in April, and we're not going to talk very much about it publicly. Just say I'm spending more time with my family, my wife, and my friends, and we'll leave it at that. What if that's what happened? I feel like Paul Heyman here. No, there's a video where Paul Heyman is like talking about when Undertaker lost his Undertaker's winning streak at WrestleMania got broken when Brock Lesnar defeated Undertaker at WrestleMania, and Paul Heyman was like really like saying, what if Brock Lesnar went into WrestleMania that night and said, I'm going to end the streak, and dropped Undertaker on his head, concussioned him, and the pinfall was 1, 2, 3. What if, all this kind of stuff. So that's what I feel like right now. But what if? I mean, it's a pretty crazy situation, but I'm probably looking way too much into things. But at the like I'm gone away to Mars right now. I'm going away to Planet Xbox right now. But on the surface of reality, you have at least 3 major gaming websites reporting that Microsoft are preparing to release Xbox services on Nintendo Switch, including Gamer Pass and Project xCloud. xCloud is going to be a hell of a lot more expanded than what Gamer Pass offers. xCloud is basically going to be everything that Microsoft release here onwards will be available through xCloud. So if xCloud is coming to Nintendo Switch, then that's what it means. It means the next Halo will be on Switch. It means the next Halo will be on Switch. God, I could talk about it until I would say I could talk about it until tomorrow morning, but it pretty much is tomorrow. Then Hulk Hogan enters the ring. Oh my good God, that's just so funny. Hulk Hogan enters the ring. Oh my God. That's just the most random thing ever. Man, if Hulk Hogan entered the ring in his condition right now, oh my God, it wouldn't end well for Hulk Hogan. It is currently 2 a.m. in the morning, Chad. Can you believe that? But the good thing is I don't have any work in the morning, so I don't know why I'm caring about the fact that it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Why do I care if it's 2 o'clock in the morning? Don't have work in the morning, don't have any plans in the morning. But it has been a pretty long stream, I will say that, so I will be ending the stream. But probably have a cup of tea, chill out for a while, But yeah, it's been an extensively long stream, surprisingly long stream actually, to be honest with you. A lot of gaming discussions, which I always like, having those gaming discussions with your chat and with my other subs. Always nice to have those gaming conversations. And the one thing I really appreciate, Chad, again, when I say this, I'm not singling out any of my subs. I don't have any favourites. It is not. Every sub is different. Every one of my subs offers something different. Different personalities. 7 p.m. here. Oh my God, you're lucky. You're lucky. It's so late here. 2 a.m. here. All of my subs are different. They have their own personalities. They have their own interests. They have their own lifestyles. They're different. They're different. If we were all the same, it would be a pretty dull, boring, bland life, wouldn't it? So basically what I'm getting at here is, what I'm going to say here is not intended to single out any person or make any other of my subs feel bad. But Chad, you have been watching this stream for almost 2 hours, and you have no idea how much I appreciate that. Like, you have stuck with me for almost 2 hours. You could be doing anything right now. You could be playing any other game right now. You could be doing anything else right now. But you have stuck with me, with my live stream, for almost 2 hours. And that is just, that to me, it means a lot to me. So, thank you, Chad. Honest to God, thank you for that support. It means a lot. And to anybody who may be, listening to me right now, watching right now, and you are maybe thinking to yourself, well, I don't really watch Johnny's streams as long as Chad does. Am I any less of a sub than Chad? No, you're not any less of a sub. You're still a sub to me. You still subscribe to my channel. You still check out my channel. You still like my channel. You still, it doesn't matter who you are watching right now, listening right now. You're still a sub to me. It's just that I've noticed that every one of my subs offer something, different. They bring something different to the plate. You could bring humor to the plate. You could bring breaking news to the plate. You could bring anything. whenever a sub joins my stream, they're different, and I know they're going to offer something different to my stream. So you're all my children, basically. My YouTube community, my YouTube family. I like talking to friends. Yeah, same here, man. That's why I set up, YouTube really, was to share my passion of games with people around the world, and eventually kind of make friends through it. Like, so I'm glad to hear that. And as I said, like every time you join the stream, I'm gonna make you feel welcome. I'm gonna acknowledge you. I'm not like other big YouTubers who just. I mean, you go onto PewDiePie's channel right now. If he was doing a live stream right now, and I'm aware that he has millions upon millions of subs, and I can imagine that his live chat, will go faster than the fucking speed of time. But still, like, I just know for a fact, if you try to leave a comment on his channel and try to get any sort of acknowledgement, you just won't. But with me, you will. And I just want you to know that, and I want everyone to know that as well. But in particular, I just don't want people to feel. I just don't want people to feel that they're any less of a sub, because they don't check out 2-hour streams or anything. But as I said, every one of my subs brings something different, to the plate. They offer something, that they offer themselves. They offer who they are as a person, and that's what I appreciate. And one of the things I really appreciate about you, Chad, is you will stick around to a stream that lasts like almost 2 hours, which is insane. And I really appreciate that so much. It means a lot. Scott, I'm actually getting your comment on my phone before it comes up on the PS4. This is funny. Sandy, I don't mind playing with the kids of Fortnite, but we're from 2 different generations and don't have a lot in common to talk about. I think it's very interesting to experience. How am I going to put this? I like chatting to people from different generations. I think it's a very interesting experience because you it's hard to kind of explain, but you get to see a completely different side of gaming. You get to experience a completely different you get to experience gaming from their perspective, compared to our perspective. Obviously the kind of games that we grew up playing are completely different to what kids are playing today. So the kind of games that me and you play, Chad, could be Mario, could be Sonic, Mortal Kombat, Final Fantasy, whatever the games might be. I know the kids are growing up playing Fortnite and multiplayer focused Call of Duty games and multiplayer focused Grand Theft Auto games, and I find that interesting is the word I would use there. But just want to kind of hit home on a particular point there about generations. I would actually, that last part there is very interesting. I'm actually going to disagree with you, but not in a disrespectful way, but I'm actually going to disagree with you in the best possible way, if that makes sense. I don't know if you were aware of this, Chad. Don't know if you were watching. I think you were watching the stream, actually. Okay, there's a game that's very close to my heart. And this game is also very close to the heart of Eric Meehan / ProChronicsVlogz. I don't know if he's okay with me giving out his real name, so I'm just going to say Eric Meehan / ProChronicsVlogz. This game is particularly close to both of our hearts, and that game is Super Mario 64. That game originally released in 1996 on the Nintendo 64. That's when and where I first played that game. I'm a 30-year-old adult. But that game also got released on the Nintendo DS, which released in 2005. Now, Eric Meehan / ProChronicsVlogz is a kid. and he would be from a completely different generation of gaming. But he owned Super Mario 64 DS on the Nintendo DS. So we both experienced that game, but obviously in two completely different generations. But whenever he or I hear like music from Dire Docks, we both get nostalgia from this game, even though we're from two completely different generations, which I find just amazing. And I think it's the magic of Nintendo, not just Nintendo specifically, but just the magic of when a company re-releases, you know, a game in a different generation. Like, you can imagine now a lot of, you know, people who are experiencing Resident Evil 2 for the very first time, and in years to come, you know, they will have memories of playing this game, but we will have memories of playing the original Resident Evil 2 along with the remake as well. Super Mario 64 DS was my only physical game on my 2DS. That's a good point. Yeah, so I'm glad that you see it that way, but I get what you're saying. Like, gaming as a whole has changed so much over the years, and I do agree that it's kind of hard to have a lot in common with the younger generation of gamers now, because, you know, we could be talking about, like, it could be a game like Dragon Quest, it could be a game like Metal Gear Solid, it could be a massive, like, single player orientated game. And then a lot of these, like, the younger generation of gamers are like, oh yeah, but have you heard of Fortnite? Oh yeah, have you heard of Call of Duty Black Ops 4? I understand completely your point that it's difficult. It's difficult to have, you know, things in common when it comes to gaming with a younger generation of gamer. But there is going to be those very magical situations where that younger generation of gamers might have played Spyro Reignite Trilogy. They might have played Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, and they might have played Super Mario 64 DS. So games that we have fond memories of playing as when we were kids, well, these younger generation of gamers will also have fond memories of playing those games as a result of those games being re-released in their generation. Like, I just thought that was a magical moment, and ironically enough, it happened when we were both playing Fortnite. So this new generation of game that he was playing, and I was doing my best to kind of, I suppose, adapt to the next generation of gaming. And I had a thing where I listened to music in the background as I'm playing, and I just so happened to have been listening to the Dire Docks theme song, and he instantly recognized it. And I just thought that was such an amazing moment. It was this goosebump inducing moment, really, you know. And we just both got chatting about Super Mario 64 over the headset when we were playing Fortnite, and I just thought it was really interesting. And to the point where there was one time where we were playing squads, and the other people in the squads, like, were trying to, you know, focus on the game and focus on winning and all of that. And well, myself and Eric Meehan / ProChronicsVlogz, we just ended up chatting about Super Mario 64, which was just absolutely hilarious. But yeah, so on that point, I would say I'm probably expanding this point now a lot further than it needs to. But yeah, man, it sure is, man. It sure is. It was an awesome moment, man. It was an awesome moment. 100% Chad. But yeah, it depends on the person. Like, I know somebody of the, you know, younger generation of gaming, and this person plays, you know, a lot of games you would not expect a person of that generation to play. You're talking about Binding of Isaac, Into the Gungeon. You're talking Dead by Daylight. Well, I know that game is hugely popular, I suppose, a young generation as well. But just games you just would not think of. And this person has an extensive knowledge of gaming. This person has more knowledge of gaming than I do. And I am not just saying that. Easter eggs, glitches, references, theories, backstories. This person is a walking gaming encyclopedia, like just full of information. It blows me away every single time. And this person is also from the younger generation of gamers. So it depends on the person, and it really depends on just how kind of it depends on. Like, you just have to ask the person, really. Like, you never know. That person might have played Super Mario 64 DS. That person might have played Crash Insane Trilogy. You just never know. So there might be a lot of things that we wouldn't have in common with the younger generation of gaming. But you'd be surprised if you kind of asked, and kind of like dug deeper. You'd be really surprised. I know I was surprised, very surprised, when Eric Meehan / ProChronicsVlogz actually played Super Mario 64 DS. So that has been a long stream. My throat is as dry and itchy as a cactus with a sore throat. So I'm gonna end the stream, have myself a cup of tea, and head to bed at 2:15 in the morning. So Chad, thank you so much for watching the live stream. Sorry about that Dr. Phil situation there with myself and John. Don't worry about that. Just hope you enjoyed the live stream, and thank you so much for checking out the stream for such a long time. And as far as what you experience with some other people, who you join on Discord or their other streams, just want to give you some advice, man. If people are like that to you, you really shouldn't be around people like that. And you'll always feel welcome on my channels. So have a good night. Yeah, man, you as well. Thank you, Chad. You as well, man. And listen, thanks for watching the live stream. Just going to give a quick shout out now to my subscribers. So shout out to Eric Meehan / ProChronicsVlogz, L4 Electricity Kid, Epic Kid 23, DLA, Damien and Alan Sewell, Faint Mindpex, Milk Man the Gamer, Aidan Denison, Chad Middleton, of course, Ish, Ali. Did I say Ali? What the fuck? Ish, Ash, Sully, and all of my other lovely subscribers. So again, man, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next stream.